There's another operator I need to tell you about. I don't use it much, but when I need it, I really need it. So this is the intext operator. It allows us to find pages that have exactly a piece of text in the middle of them somewhere, and it forces that inclusion. Here's an example. I'll use the cite: operator to restrict my web pages to just stanford.edu, and I'll use the quoted phrase coral bleaching, but I'll add another operator here, intext. What it's doing is saying this word, geophysics, has to be in the text of any page that has coral bleaching and lives on stanford.edu. The reason you sometimes need this is when pages will have, when you're searching for a page that has multiple terms on it, some terms may drop out just because they're not frequent enough, but the page is still mostly matching your query. When you want exactly that phrase, like someone's name or a key concept to be on the page, use intext to force the inclusion of that result, that word, on the page. So when you look through the set of results you get, you might find this page which has buried way down deep inside of it the term geophysics. That's an example, but you can imagine what kinds of things you can do with this. Let me give you to that example live. Let's say cite: stanford.edu, and I'm going to say coral bleaching. So I'm looking for what? I'm looking for all pages at stanford.edu, site restricted, with the phrase coral bleaching in it, and I'm going to say intext geophysics. Now if I take this phrase out, this intext restriction operator, I'll get a lot of results, but it may or may not have that term geophysics. This is a great way to force that concept to be in there. Now there's another great trick I need to share with you, which is the advanced search UI. Now all of the things we've been showing up to this point, cite: file type, intext, all of those things, double quotes, are available to you by using the gear menu, which is on the right hand side of your page, your search page, after you've done a query. So what this allows you to do is get to the advanced search function very, very easily. Again, let me show this to you. Here we've done a query, and you see the gear right here on the right hand side? If I click on that, this gives me a set of options. I can search for my settings, I can change the way my searches are run, I can ask for the history of searches done if I have that feature turned on. But the important thing here is I can go to my advanced search page. What this does is it gives me a form I can fill out, which gives me a lot of the same capability I've been showing you with cite operators and file type operator and double quote. So remember, the phrase we did before was coral bleaching. So it's here in this slot where it says exact word or phrase. So if we do coral bleaching reef, what this is effectively doing is giving me a double quoted phrase search for, quote, coral bleaching reef, double quote. And you can see there are a lot of options here. I'm not going to go into all of them now, but you can explore these on your own. You can, for example, vary your search results by language, by the region that you're in, by the time of last update, and so on. There's a lot of stuff you can do here, including our friend file type. What I wanted you to see here is the ability to use the advanced search user interface. If you prefer that over specifying the cite operator or the file type operator or by yourself, you can always pop over to the advanced UI. One thing to know about this is if you do a search like this, you notice there's no gear in the upper right corner. You actually have to start a search. Truthfully, the advanced UI isn't useful to you until you start searching, but let's try this. Coral bleaching. Now you see, as I start to type, the gear menu appears, and that's how you get to it very, very quickly. You're now ready to take the mid-course exercise. We've covered a lot of ground here, and I wanted to give you the chance to look through all the material to this point and exercise what you've been doing. Again, this is an important part of being an effective learner, is to actually hear the material, see the material, practice the material, and test on it. So this is your chance to see how well you can do in the mid-course exercise. Go for it. Hope you do a good job.